Hi everybody, I'm Scott Geyer with John Deere, and today we'll show you how to wire an end post and brace post together for support before hanging a farm gate. This is the second step in completing that entire project of replacing a farm gate. So rather than pack it all into one long video, we've broken it down into 3 videos, each covering a fundamental piece of the project. How to replace an end post and H-brace, how to wire an end post and brace post together, and how to hang a new farm gate. For this project, we used a John Deere 5060E utility tractor and a Frontier PhD 395 post hole digger. We also needed several different hand tools and supplies. It's a pretty long list, but you can find a downloadable copy of it right here on Tip's Notebook. Now before we get started, let me make a very important point about wearing sturdy eye protection. When working around any kind of wire, especially barbed wire, there can be a high risk of that wire whipping around in any direction when cut, so always wear sturdy protective eyewear. After replacing the end post and H-brace the day before, John and Andrew let the concrete mix set around the new end post overnight. So after replacing the dirt around the end post, John removed the support brace. Adding the wire support between the brace post and end post starts with adding a large fence staple at the bottom of the brace post on the side away from the end post. Working together, John and Andrew start running the 12.5 gauge wire through the staple, then up to and over the brace pin they intentionally left sticking out near the top of the end post. They keep running the wire back down and through the brace post staple and then back up and over the end post pin again to complete 2 full loops. They run the lead end of the wire about halfway back down toward the staple and then insert that end into the strainer. Then using the strainer handle, they wrap the wire securely onto the strainer roller. They cut the tail end of the wire away from the roll so it overlaps the strainer by about a foot. They add 2 12.5 gauge crimping sleeves, then run the wire through the end hole on the strainer. They fold the wire back to make a loop, close it with the crimping sleeves, and use a crimping tool to squeeze them tight. Using the strainer handle, John can pull the wire from both directions, ideally ending up with a very taut wire support system between the end post and brace post. But this is where they realize they made a mistake. When feeding the wire over the brace pin at the top of the end post, the loops overlapped, creating so much friction the strainer couldn't pull one side of the wires as tight as it should be. The good news is there's a workaround for this. By placing a metal rod through the wire loops on the loose side and then spinning it several turns, Andrew is able to literally twist the wires around each other until that line is as tight as it could possibly be. Finally, using the barbed wire they saved at the start of this project, they stretch the top strand back to the end post using a wire stretcher to make it as tight as possible. They wrap it around the end post and secure it with 2 heavy-duty fence staples. In the same manner, they reattach the rest of the barbed wire strands and they're ready to hang the new 16-foot gate. Don't forget, always read the operator's manual before storing or operating any piece of equipment and follow all operating and safety instructions. And remember, if you're looking for equipment that's built to get the job done season after season, year after year, you'll find it, and all kinds of advice on how to use it every day at your John Deere dealer.